He needs to come back into it. Timo Boll probably, by contrast, just wanting to keep the intensity, receive well, and follow up with strong forehands and backhands to keep the pressure on Japan.
Has got to be building confidence for Koki Niwa. That point he took in this longer rally. Timo Boll went to step around for the surprise forehand. Didn't work out this time. Opening stages of this third game see Koki Niwa establishing a lead. He just missed that third ball attack, set this up quite nicely. Good serve, and then went right in for the forehand topspin to close it. Just missed it ever so slightly.
So just need to refocus now. Well done to Koki Niwa for the start he's made in this third game. Timo Boll now wanting to reassert himself with the service. Oh, great play from Timo Boll. We've seen him in those sorts of positions many times before, away from the table. Backhand topspin, there we see it. Forehand topspin, good footwork on the toes. Great anticipation in the right place to play those shots.
Just touched at the edge of the table. Timo Boll, very fair gesture. Immediately acknowledging the point for his opponent. Which makes it 5-3 in favor of Koki Niwa in the third.
Oh, loose serve from Koki Niwa there. Well picked up from Timo Boll, one of his strong points. Again, the Chinese, the experts at it. Half-long serve when the second bounce is just going to come off the end of the table. Keep the racket high, turn the waist. Good shot from Timo Boll.
Ooh. That was a good idea generally, but he was a little late for that forehand topspin. One step missing, perhaps a fraction of a second earlier, and that would have shot right down the line. But that was not the case.
You can almost hear the crispness with which those players out there are striking this ball with. Clean, crisp, powerful. Good ball from Timo Boll, just down the middle of the table. Oh, he's done well there, Timo Boll, to dig that out. Koki Niwa, great flick. Very effective at the flick. I think it's a good tactic, rather than a passive push at times. But fantastic recovery from Timo Boll. Pulls it back to 6-all.
Also, that's what he's famous for. Said to have very, very quick powers of anticipation, Timo Boll. More than enough this time. 7-6. Niwa still in the lead.
Just looks stronger, more settled, more on task. Timo Boll. Koki Niwa again, perhaps the occasion a little big for him today. He's given it a reasonable effort, though. Let's see if he plays for the flicks off the Boll serve.
It went just too long. Once again, good idea by Timo Boll. To the appreciation of even the youngest spectator probably in the hall today.
Don't know how much he can see from that comfy little baby carrier. Ah, it's a great ball from Timo Boll, changing the pace. Again, we're seeing the two players play at high velocity, high speed on the topspin. The topspin, that was a great backhand spinny topspin from Timo Boll. And at 2-0 and 8-8, you've got to fancy the German.
And as we're approaching the business end of what could be the last game here in the match, Timo Boll has stepped up his game just enough to build up a lead. But 9-0. Now both players 2 points away from closing that. Difference being, it is the game for Koki Niwa and the match for Timo Boll.
Great support again from the crowd, trying to G Timo Boll up.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Good idea from Timo Boll, changed the serve. Koki Niwa did really well to pick it up, clipped the net, and that's a great shot from Timo Boll.
Down below the table, that is so hard to play a low topspin.
Probably not where he wanted to play it, but the fact that it clipped the net, just readjusting.
There it is. Germany now in the lead, 2 games to 0 against Japan, as Koki Niwa loses the second match against Timo Boll. 11-5, 11-7, 11-9 is the score for the German.